knows every shadow like a lover's name. Her steps a rhythm, a deadly game. Fingers chase the edge of time. She rewrites the world, one line at a time.
Of Chapter 7, The Pressure Rises. Deep beneath the heart of Delhi, hidden 3 floors underground beneath the government building, lay a prison no one was meant to find. Thick concrete walls painted a faded green decades ago swallowed sound. The weak light of flickering bulbs cast long, sinister shadows across the cold floor. Ananya Rao sat in a metal chair bolted to the ground. Her hands were tied with leather straps, allowing only the slightest movement. The stale air carried the sharp scent of cleaning chemicals and fear. Behind a one-way glass window, unseen eyes tracked her every motion. Only 12 hours ago, Ananya had been surveilling suspicious men at a cloth warehouse in Old Delhi, an operation meant to be simple. But everything had exploded into chaos. Spies from multiple countries converged in the same place. 3 men were dead. Governments worldwide now roared in anger. A heavy door hissed open. In stepped a giant of a man, huge, imposing, yet moving with the silent grace of a stalking cat. Mikhail Sokolov, a Russian spy with 3 decades in the shadows, over 6 feet tall. With hands capable of brutal force, yet he cradled his teacup as if it were fragile porcelain. "Ananya Rao," he said, sitting opposite her, his English elegant and deliberate. "I know you like cricket and whiskey. You are one of the few Indian spies who know how to survive this deadly game." His words were both a compliment and a threat. Sokolov was infamous not for inflicting pain, but for breaking minds, a far more dangerous kind of weapon. "Hello, Mikhail," she answered, steady despite her restraints, meeting his gaze. "Still pretending to be a diplomat when really just a tourist? Moscow must be lovely this time of year." He chuckled, a distant rolling thunder. "Ah, you're witty when scared. Our files say you use humor as armor. Our psychologists say you can turn violent after the jokes." He poured tea with unnerving care, a twisted etiquette masking deadly intent. "You had quite a night," Sokolov said, showing a tablet with grainy security footage from the warehouse. 3 Pakistani agents dead, 1 American missing, and you broke laws enough to keep lawyers busy for months. The images haunted her, herself cold and precise in combat, a stranger in her own skin. "What do you think of your performance?" he asked, pausing at the fatal shot. "Good enough," she said, bitterness coating the words. 3 men were dead. Not faceless enemies, but human beings, each with a life severed. Sokolov nodded, sensing her pain. "Good enough is what keeps you alive, but your superiors see a far messier picture." He whispered the number that shattered her. 9 agencies, 9 spy organizations tangled in your city, each hunting the same prize. When did Delhi become the world's spy capital? The quantum computer chip. It had drawn the eyes of America, Britain, France, Germany, China, Russia, Israel, Australia, and Pakistan. What began as a simple disappearance had ignited a clandestine war. Images flashed, forbidden and clear. Satellite shots of Goa's quantum facility, building blueprints marked with Russian script, dossiers detailing years of espionage. "Quantum encryption isn't just a military tool," Sokolov said, voice heavy with meaning. "Whoever gains quantum power first will see every digital whisper on Earth, banking, warfare, governments, all laid bare." Dominoes fell in her mind. This was about total control, the power to hold the world's secrets. "Ravi Varma isn't just a kidnapped scientist," he added gravely. "He's patient zero for a technology that could make India either a digital superpower or a slave to whoever wields quantum might first." Cold tea in hand, Ananya drank as if savoring what little normalcy remained. The crisis dwarfed her authority and training. "Your American allies offered partnerships," Sokolov continued, revealing secret conversations. "The British did too. trying to make India a junior partner in the quantum age. Sokolov's knowledge of her private meetings tore through false security. This was no interrogation to extract her secrets. This was instruction with a Russian signature. "And Russia?" she asked, probing the facade of honesty. His smile filled the room with electric warning. "We prefer many powers sharing dominance, not a monopoly. Competition drives innovation. We don't want quantum locked in Western hands." A political mask over a simple truth. Russia sought a fractured quantum future. "What's Moscow's advice?" she pressed. "Survival," he replied somberly. 9 spy agencies mean 9 different plans. Cooperation, sabotage, elimination. Some want to share power, others want to destroy it. The tablet displayed a lethal network, a web of spies, politicians, criminals tied by billions of dollars, and bodies lost to silence. "Your security is breached at every level," Sokolov said clinically. "Foreign assets inside RAW. Military intelligence, defense research. The quantum project has been under enemy eyes for years. Each revelation tore away trust. If RAW was hollowed out, every plan, contact, choice could be poison." "How long?" she asked, voice tight. "Years, decades. This crisis only exposed weaknesses long known. Your rapid rise drew the world's ire. India's ascent as a tech power was a threat too large for cooperation. Every advance invited sabotage." Sokolov placed cold files in front of her, school records from Cambridge, employment history, psychological profiles with surgical precision. It was more than invasion, it was a cartography of her existence. Cambridge scholarship, computer science focused on code systems, private security before RAW. He watched her freeze. "You laid the foundation for secret projects." Her early algorithms, once harmless exercises, were now battle maps. If foreign intelligence linked her to operational codes, she was a target beyond simple espionage. Then the words that stopped time, the Sapphire Protocol. Her whisper carried the weight of worlds. Her master's thesis, a theory of unbreakable quantum encryption, now the backbone of the quantum chip. "Dr. Varma used your algorithms for security," Sokolov said, eyes cold but respectful. "Without your work, the chip is useless. With it, it becomes unstoppable." She was no longer a mere investigator. She was the linchpin. 9 agencies aren't just chasing Varma, Sokolov said. They're chasing you, the creator. You, Ms. Rao, are more valuable than the technology. The truth fell harder than any blow. Outside threats were one thing, but the real danger lived in her memory and mind. She was the prize, the vulnerable key in a lethal game. Ravi knew, she realized. He made his work dependent on me, insurance or trap. Sokolov nodded once, sharply. Exactly. Any power seizing Varma would have to capture you too. The interrogation ended abruptly. Sokolov rose, signaling the release of her bonds. He handed her an ornate bottle of vodka, Beluga Gold Line. "A gift," he said, eyes glittering. For someone about to become very popular with international collectors, his kindness was a final warning. She had become a target of every spy service. Her government might protect her, or condemn her. "Professional advice?" she asked, voice steady. His smile hid a lifetime of harsh lessons. "In this game, loyalty is cheap. Guard your secrets and your back. Trust no one completely. Suspect everyone partially. Survival means navigating betrayals." The elevator carried her back to the surface, each floor peeling away layers of secrecy until reality reasserted itself. Delhi's heat slammed into her like a wall. Traffic roared, horns howled, and millions moved on in oblivious chaos. Her phone buzzed relentlessly. Ra demanded reports, updates, progress. But normal methods were no longer enough. The safe house called, a phantom sanctuary where she could dig deep, bypass protocol, and plan dangerous moves of her own. She immersed herself in data. Electronic surveillance confirmed increased embassy communications. Financial webs connected foreign spies to Indian contractors and researchers. Corruption infested every branch protecting India's quantum future. The deepest betrayal came from within. Files revealed agents inside RAW, friends, colleagues, reporting to foreign handlers their entire careers. Family torn by allegiance and deceit. Her personal computer held decades-old Cambridge archives, mathematics and proofs that were once abstract, now deadly. Ravi's work had made those theories real. The chip was perfect security in a world where information was survival. But the keys, the codes, lived only in her mind, unfixed and unrecorded. Without her, the tech was cold and useless. Her terminal blinked, a message, encrypted and anonymous. Your past just became your greatest weapon and your deadliest threat. Protect knowledge that nations would kill for. Trust no one completely. The game has changed, and you are no longer a player. You are the prize. The screen reflected a woman transformed, hardened, haunted by truths too heavy for one lifetime. Outside, Delhi's night grew loud. The symphony of horns and fumes filled the air. Millions lived unaware of the silent war in which their city was the battleground. The war for power, for secrets, for survival. The unopened bottle of vodka gleamed in the dim light. Gift and warning, crystal and cold. Ananya Rao chose clarity over escape. She would guard her mind and plan her next move in a game where lives were currency, and she was the ultimate prize. Thunder rolled across the sky, distant but unstoppable, like the artillery that heralds the coming storm. Somewhere, in the shadows and circuits, hunters watched, patient, precise. Their prey had nowhere left to hide. The game had changed forever.
Her eyes burn cold, her touch ignites. She's the heartbeat in the dead of night.